and I'm back. I am back from all of my weekend ventures and all of my busy stuff that I've been up to. It's good to see you guys when you come on. Make sure you say hello if you are new here. If you see a red button above me and it says live, I'm live, so say hi. If you don't see it, go ahead and comment. Let me know you were here. Hit replay. So I am all about, I love Easter. I love the idea of it. Obviously the true meaning of Easter, but then of course the idea of every springy and bunnies and chickens, and I've already said I love bunnies, hence the shirt today. So today we're going to do something for the kiddos. Now, we have kiddos that are grown up. We have kiddos that are little. And I've got two things that we can do for both of those age groups. So you're not going to want to miss this. And it is a quick, easy craft. These are what we're going to be making today. These are filled with jelly beans. And it is a cute little Easter basket filler. Especially if you don't want sticky jelly beans popping out of the plastic Easter eggs that you guys have and getting all over your carpets and your floors and everything else. So this is a good place to actually give them jelly beans, but it's also separated from the rest of the candy and stuff. So that's what we're going to be making today. And then we're going to be making something for the older, we can even do this for adults, but the older kids or teenagers. So I've actually got an idea for that too. So we will hop right in. I picked up these candy containers from, I believe it was Dollar Tree. It may have been from, actually these actually looks like they came from Target. So it was $3 for two of them. They're very sturdy. They're not, and they're fairly large size too, so you don't have to do the jelly beans. I personally, my favorite candy at Easter is actually the mini Cadbury eggs, not the big ones. Those are way too sweet for me. But I like the mini Cadbury eggs, and those would actually go perfect in here too. So, anyways, I do have the classic branches, and these I found, I believe, at Dollar Tree or Target. So we will hop right in. That's what we're going to be filling this other one. Now, we will go over the supplies. We're not doing anything but some ribbon, some scissors, some hot glue, and the products that we're going to put all together. So I already have that kind of set aside for us this evening. So what I started off with, this little girl here, is I actually got, these did come from Dollar Tree. You get two of them in a pack. They look like this. They do have different kinds. The other one that we did over here, these are a little bit different. These are the gift sacks. They're a little bit different. They don't have the floppy ears, but this is what they look like, and they come to 5 to a pack. So if you have grandchildren, this is a cute little filler for grandchildren especially too. And you can fill it with all kinds of pre-wrapped candies, things like that. We'll go over all the fillers that you could do with it. And if you have any suggestions, jump on and let me know. That way we can share our ideas. Okay, so basically what we're going to do, let me pull out my bunny here. I don't like using these scissors for something other than fabric, but that's okay. We're going to just cheat tonight. And technically this is fabric, so we'll go ahead and get our tag out because that's a very extra long tag that we do not need as part of this project. Okay, so basically what we're going to do with this, we're going to cut the bottom. So I am cutting it so that basically it's going to make it a big hole, and I'll show you guys in a second. So we're just going to cut, you don't have to cut it too much down, just kind of cut the bottom off. So now it looks like, you know, it's going to go over a little tube. Now, the sides, because it is a Dollar Tree item, it might come apart. This one actually didn't too bad. It might come apart a little bit. That's okay, because we're going to put ribbon on the bottom, as you can see. This little girl over too, and you guys can still see what I'm doing. Okay, so what I did with the other one, let me see if I can get my, don't have the pen. I can make a mark. So what I did with the other one is I didn't measure where the head was going to go. So if I want it facing this way, I want to make sure that I glue the headpiece on this way. So I'm just going to make a little mark. And I recommend doing this with like a marker or a pen or something. Just a little light mark so you know exactly where to put it. So we're going to glue this on. Now, I do recommend taking it off. So we're going to go ahead and glue that piece on. Now you want to glue it. This is a project you have to be a little bit patient. So you just want to find your line. Sorry guys, I'm blind. I know I just made that line. And just put a little bit of glue along that piece. And then we're going to put it right inside. Try to line it up as best you can. And voila, we're just going to glue that in place. Now we're going to do that all the way around. Hi, how are you? We got some visitors. We've got some people getting on. We are making cute little bunnies, and these are really cute for the kiddos or the grandkids. And then we also have like an older child, adult / teenage version. So we'll go over that here in a second. Okay, so you just want to basically glue down. Just start off with one piece and then kind of go under the fabric. This is probably the hardest part of this actually. And then bring that piece over and then stick it on. What's everybody up to? Did everybody have a good weekend? While I'm gluing this, I'll tell you a little bit about our event that happened on Saturday at Unlimited Video Games. Whoever made it out there, thank you so much. It was a really fun time. There was about 8 vendors. They had about 2 or 3 different food trucks, and also the Bubba tea. So if you're into Bubba tea, you gotta make that. You gotta try that. It's got the cute, they have the cutest, I could not get over how cute that food truck was. It's super, super cute. And you could see it from like a mile away. Welcome to whoever's joining me. We're making little Easter basket fillers. Okay, so basically you wanna do that all the way around. I think I got all my pieces. It doesn't have to be even because like I said, we're gonna put a little ribbon on that and hide it anyways. All right. So now comes the fun part. We are going to stuff the head. Now, here is my trick, because I won't lie, I am cheap. I'm a little cheap. So if you have an old pillow that you're no longer using anymore, or if you have like old batting or cotton balls, you could use all kinds of fillers. I do have some stuffing here from a previous project, so I'm gonna go ahead and stuff the head. You want to start off small so you can, because that is a small opening, so you just want to stuff it in there, and then just put a little bit in there at a time. Just stuff it, stuff it, stuff it. This is actually something that you could do with kids. Obviously you want to help them with the hot glue, and if you have a low temp glue gun, I'd recommend that setting. But we're just I'm gonna stuff a little bit more in his head. And this can actually be, you can make it kind of boy or girlish, however you'd like. Okay. So once you stuff the head, I hope you guys can see that. We're gonna go ahead and pull this for now. And I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do in a second. So there we have our head, and we're gonna go ahead and put our lid down on it. And we're gonna go, oops, sorry, I wasn't pushing down on it. Well, there we go. All right, and now that one's facing this way. See, you can have it be thinner or a little thicker. So this rabbit must eat a lot of carrots. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take some ribbon, and we're gonna go pretty much like we did around the end of the lid here, around the cap. Or you could use thick ribbon or you could use thin ribbon. Just make sure that you've got those raw edges covered so it doesn't look so neat. You could do it however you'd like. So what I will do is we are actually going to, I thought I had another piece of ribbon, but I guess I don't. If you do not have ribbon that is thin, you could also use your thick ribbon. And I just pre-measure what I'm gonna need. And obviously you wanna do a little access so that you can make a little bow or a little tie on it. So I'm probably gonna bring this out a little more. That should be good. So, and it does fray a little bit, especially when you're using like a dollar store ribbon. It's not the greatest quality. So if you have some stash that is better quality, this might be a better time to use this one. I saw Jars done with bunny butts. Oh my gosh, you did? I actually have those too. So that maybe that'll be my next Easter craft. Okay. So like I said, if you do not have really thin ribbon, get something that's a really pretty color that's going to go with your theme. And you can even do like a black and white. It'll be fine. And we are going to go ahead and cut it a little thinner, just like that. Now, if you are going to do this, you also have the option of taking the wire, because this is actually wired ribbon. It's very thin wire in there. For younger kids, you may want to take that out because sometimes that does come out and pinch a little bit. Obviously, if your kids are, are a little older and can handle that, you can leave it in there because it will give it shape in the end. So I think we might go ahead and just leave ours in there. So now we have, oh, there, I found my other piece. There we have our other ribbon now, and that'll be for the next one. All right, so same scenario. We're gonna go ahead and just glue, make sure you wanna see like where you want it at, and then you're gonna start gluing around the edge of her. So just wrap it around. Make sure you get the bottom edges covered as best you can. Now, if you want to take it off the jar so you don't make a little mistake, you can. Because you don't want to glue that ribbon in the jar because then they can't open it. And then they'll have a hissy fit if they can't get their sugar rush. Alright, so then we're going to go around just like that. You love my shirt? This is Bubblegum Bunny. You were just mentioning the other, oh, this is my mom on here, guys, and she's mentioning she likes the bunnies with the glasses. It looks like me. I had to get this shirt. I got this shirt from the Shabby Tree on their website. If you want to look it up, if you like my shirt. It was well worth the money because it's super cute. They have them in all kinds of sizes. Last I looked. They may have sold out. You gotta get on the website quick when you see cute things because they will sell out quick, especially things like this. I also got a deer one for Christmas. It's like a pastel and it looks like an old-fashioned deer. It's really cute actually. Alright, so for this one, I might just kind of twist it around, just kind of keep it in a place, and then do a little tie. And see how it is fraying a little bit, so you can come back later and just pull those pieces off. Now here's our head. All right, we're gonna put her back on her jar, and now we're going to work with the ears. Now this one I did give a bow, and I'll show you how I kind of make the ears a little bit more lively here in a second. Okay, there she is. All right, now these are the little, these are not the same. We'll go over this one in a minute, but this one does have like the little drawstring in the top. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut that little tip off where it ties. Now we're gonna have two pieces on that end. And this just said, I was playing with this earlier and it just suddenly came to me. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna feed our ear through there. And then we're going to tie it in a knot and catch the ear in there. That way we have a little bit more lively ear. Just make sure you do it tight enough. This type of material is like that. I think it's called nylon. I think it's nylon. So we're just going to tie each side so that the bunny's ear has a little bit of character. And you can even get more creative with this if you wanted, and like put little wire inside the ear so like they're sticking up more. I kind of like the floppy eared look. So let me see. It all depends on how it's sewed too. This one's went a little higher than the other, but that's actually cute. We wanna do something cute like that. All right, you guys still with me, right? Wait till we get to the teenager one. It's really cool. I struggle with what to do for teenagers. So now this one I did make one little bow at the very top. I think with this one I'm going to make a couple of cute bows in her hair. What do you think? I'm gonna make her with like 2. All right, so basically I just do my little loop, and then on the other side, this is kind of handy when, or what comes in handy, I should say. This part is your little twist ties from your bread. That way you can just pinch it and stick it through, but it's okay. We'll be okay. I'm just gonna tie a quick little knot because we're gonna glue it down anyways. Just want to make sure your little loops are about the same size. It's harder to do when you have the, there you go, the textured ribbon. You just want to play with it as best you can. Okay. So I'm going to cut my pieces, my little end pieces here. And put my glue. I don't have my finger savers with me because I brought them to the show and they're still packed with all my stuff. You guys, I still haven't unpacked all my stuff yet, but that's okay. And then you're just going to carefully glue it on this side. And you can leave it on one side if you want. You don't have to do it on the other one. I kind of want them on both sides though, so that's what we'll do. Now, if you're like me, you like to save your scraps. I always ask, is it really worth it? Do I want to save this somewhere? So I try not to save it. I try not to save all of my scraps. Let's just say that. You can't save it all. There's like little TikToks out there that are so cute. They have like the little, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? And then people like change their mind and they don't want to do it. It's kind of funny actually. All right, so make your little crisscross. Oh, this one might not be so great. I'm not the best tire in the world either, so. Another thing, if the kids can't make the bows, you'll have to help them with the bows, but you can make them however you'd like. You can even put buttons and, you know, skip the bows part. You never want to do anything crafting that's going to frustrate you. Crafting is supposed to be a fun thing. It's supposed to be like a stress reliever. Anything I come on here, guys, I mean, I'm pretty much doing basic stuff. I mean, we're all still learning ourselves, so it's okay. If it's going to stress you out, you know, make it your own way. So there's too much stress in the world today. Okay, so this one kind of turned out funky, but we're gonna go with it. The little texture is kind of throwing me off. I think that's what the problem is. Okay, Then we're going to put our little dot of glue. Try not to get the strings on her like I just did. And there we go. All right. So there she is. She's got two and this one's got one. So they look very different. And whatever your personality, and of course you don't have to do this if you have a little boy, they probably want a little bow tie. So you can put the bow tie right here. All right. So what I'm going to do now, this is the fun part. I'm going to take our jelly beans and put them in the jar. And then we're done. And that was really simple and quick, right? All right. Let's see if I can rip this baby. Oh, in the comments, let me know what your favorite jelly bean color is. I will say Rob likes black. He likes black jelly beans. I don't know why. And if that's your favorite, I'm sorry. That's not my cup of tea. I love the white ones. The white ones were always my favorite. I think there might be one white jelly bean in here. Like, for real, guys. You see that white one? There's no other white ones. It's like the bag heard me. Okay, we've got a red. Red is a winner. I know a lot of people like the lime and the lemon. All right. So we're going to twist this on. And there it is. There's our jelly bean jar. That's going to look so cute in a little Easter basket. So, so cute. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these over here to the side. And now we're going to talk about the teenager one. Because we're done with that one. Okay. So I'm probably going to give this one to my daughter. I know teenagers, they really don't care about much, you know, as far as like little toys and gadgets and stuff. Spice are good too. They have spice ones. Oh yes. Okay, there you go. So we have an idea. So basically when you do this, if you have like a little girl that has like little barrettes, you can pick those up at the Dollar Tree too. Go ahead and clip the barrettes in the little bunny's hair. Oh my gosh, that would be so cute, right? So we took something so simple. I have more of these bags, but we took something so simple and we turned it into something that we created. They could reuse this for other candy or for whatever things, and you know, they can even hold their barrettes on the little bunny ears. It's so cute. Perfect idea. I never heard of spice jelly beans. Is that something new? Oops, I moved my camera. I'm sorry, guys. Let me move you back a little bit. Ooh, there we go. That way you can get that in. No, I've never heard of spice ones. Now, I've heard of the Harry Potter ones. Is that what you mean? They're the different flavors. Sometimes you get some wild flavors. One time I got a popcorn one, and it really tasted like popcorn. Those are kind of like my favorites, but I kind of get scared to try those jelly beans. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do like the teenage one. So everybody's got these mason jars. You can find them anywhere. They're even at your grocery store. You probably have a few laying around your house. You will need one with a lid, obviously, because we're doing like the same idea. So what you want to do, I didn't get extra grass. Darn it, I didn't get extra grass. There we go. There's some extra grass. So what you want to do is you want to put a little bit of Easter grass at the bottom. And now we're going to fill this up with different things that your teenager would like. Or younger adult. You can put gift cards in here. Let's talk about some of the things that you can put in here. So I made this one already. This one I'm probably going to give to my daughter. So obviously teenagers and kids, adults, they like cash. Cash or gift cards. That's always going to be your number one thing that you want to do. I put an egg in here. You can put change in here or a special coin. You can put your candy. I actually found this little makeup brush set, so I stuck that in here. And I just stuck a $20 bill in here. And there you go. There's your, you don't have to spend a lot of money. I mean, you could put a 10 or a 5, or you can do a gift card for like your favorite their favorite fast food place or whatever. Oh, the spices have been around for a while. I don't think I've tried them. And if I did, maybe I didn't like them, and that's why they're not in my memory. Okay, so basically you can fill this with pretty much anything, though. Obviously, you want to just put a little bit of Easter grass. I only put a little bit in here. It just kind of like filled the top. So what we are going to do, oops, I didn't glue that one. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and make the top to this one. We're just going to pretend that there's stuff in here. I actually have some candy, so I'll put that in here. And then we have the eggs. Obviously, the classic Easter eggs. So I'll put one in here. And you can fill this up with anything. I saw an idea that they did coupons for teenagers, like a week without chores, or a like free ice cream with dad or ice cream with mom. I mean, you could get creative with this. You don't necessarily have to put candy. I know a lot of people don't do candy with their kids, and that's fine too. You can even put anything in here if you want. You don't have to do the candy. But I did see a family do coupons, and like they even had like a challenge where they had to like challenge the brother or the sister to like a game of cards or Uno or something, and like whoever wins gets $5, or you know, you can put change in here. There's all kinds of things that you can go in any direction with this, so it's super, super cool. And you don't have to go out and get a basket, because then you got to store a big old basket, and you know, nobody's got time for that anymore. But these are always gonna, you know, then they can keep the jar and, you know, save their money, save their change. You know, there's a bunch of things that you can do with this. So those are just some ideas. If you guys know, you know, think of anything else, just let me know too, so I can share. All right, so basically we're going to do the same case scenario, except we're using the little, these guys. So what I did with this one was, I did the same thing. I cut the bottom, just like that, and I made my little tube looking thing. And then same thing, I just glued it around. Now, with the mason jars, obviously, you know, the middle piece came out. I'll put the middle piece back on when we go to make it, because I obviously need to keep the stuffing in the head. But for this part, I did take it off because it does get tedious. And for this one, there's no right or wrong side, because a mason jar is pretty much all around. And I dropped my glue. That's okay, it'll still work. And I always say, make sure, you know, safety first when it comes to hot glue guns and kids. I work in a children's hospital, and I have seen some things. I work in the ER sometimes, on top of my other regular job there. And I was there last night, which is why I couldn't get on and say hi to you all. I had just been so busy and kind of just worn out from the weekend. I was trying to make a bunch of inventory for the sale on Saturday, and then I don't know if you guys saw my reel, but Rob and I were working on my display. How do you guys like my display? Did you see the display? I designed that, and he kind of like helped me make it. He did most of the work, I'm not gonna lie. I did painting and the design and the go to Lowe's, honey, and get this. That's pretty much what I did. But yes, he did an amazing job. He's amazing. So I will say I won't see you guys for a couple of days. I might not get on live, but I might jump on and show a quick reel here and there. I am going to Disney tomorrow. I'm going on a solo trip. It's one of the last days that they're doing their 50th anniversary. So if I see anything interesting and inspiring, which I actually have an idea that I might maybe make a reel or go live and tell you guys about, so you guys can be inspired too. But I'm just kind of checking everything out before they start taking down the little statues and stuff, so we'll see how tomorrow goes. And then Wednesday is Rob's birthday, so I am taking him somewhere special for, oh, there's 2 here. Ooh, there's water in there. That was a good seal. All right. I'll use one of my napkins, I guess, because I don't have anything else. See, everything goes haywire on lives all the time. Okay, so what I did with this was, again, another huge tag that's stuck in here that we can cut off. I wanted to make, if you saw this one, my ears are a little bit more sticking up, and because they don't give you a whole lot of room, I actually just cut down, lined them up, and cut down probably about an inch and a half. You're gonna tie it up anyway, so it doesn't have to necessarily be that even. So then we're gonna stick it on the mason jar. Oops. Put our little, put our middle in there. All right, put our middle in there. And now we're gonna stuff him. I feel like I'm at Build-A-Bear tonight. We're at Build-A-Bunny. We're building bunnies. So we'll put the stuffing in. I didn't lose you guys yet, right? Is this a cool, fun idea? It's better than big baskets, especially when you got the bigger, the older ones. You know, for the longest time, I was just kind of running ideas on what to do for teenagers, because it feels like, you know, they just want what they want, and they just want fast food or money. They're very hard. They're kind of hard to keep happy anymore. If you're not handing them a cell phone or a computer or a video game. It's crazy. I have the teenagers / adult children now, so I'm at that point in life. All right, so I just kind of made a knot at the very top so you guys can see, and I just pulled really, really tight. I think I have this guy stuffed a little bit too much. I was having too much fun, so let me just stuff that one down a little bit. Let's fill in his face. And then this makes a really cute decoration, like if you want to just tear the head off and just use it as a jar, or you can use it as a decoration every year. All right, there we go, there's that. And then last but not least, we're gonna do our, this one I kept the wire in as well. We're gonna do our ribbon. And I didn't do it with that, but I am gonna do it with this one. I would just put a little glue in a few spots around him. And that way when you bring it up and around and tie it, it kind of holds it in place. And that makes a nice little, there's not like a raw edge. There we go. And then see how we can shape the ribbon. I don't know if you guys can see that. You can actually shape the ribbon if it's wired. All right, so we're gonna do one more thing. I got these little paper flowers. I can't remember where, probably at Dollar Tree. They come in a set. Let's see. I swear I'm still a mess from the show. I've got stuff everywhere. I don't see it. But they look like this pretty much. And there's like a little, there's like maybe 6 or 7 in there. So these have a little wire on them, if you can see that. I'm trying to make it where you can see it. So I just pretty much stuck the little wire through the side, brought it around, and you could do, if you do not have these flowers, that is okay. You could do a button, a really cute, colorful button would look adorable too. Oh, and then I gotta show you my carrots too, because I forgot to put the carrot on that one. All right, and then I just pretty much twisted it around a couple times. So there you have it. We're just gonna pretend there's gift cards and stuff in there, but there's our other one. This is also good for coworkers too. So it doesn't cost a lot of money. You get 5 in the pack. You get some Easter grass, which is dirt cheap. Get a spool of ribbon. You can even get this one and you'll get a couple out of it. I think I've used this for other projects, so I'm almost out. This is another one too that's really cute. It has bunny rabbits on it and it says Happy Easter. I haven't done anything with that one yet, so I'm gonna probably do something with that. Let me put the head on this one and re-glue. And then I actually have, oh, I gotta do it this way. I actually have these cute little carrots that I forgot to show you guys because we put it on the, I was just so excited to show you guys this, I totally forgot. So, if you forget like me, you can just feed it through the head and bring it down. And this one is wired, so I might even be able to shape it around and not have to glue it. I probably won't glue it. I tied this one kind of tight. All right, so you get the gist of it. Of course, it just wants to play with me when I'm live. Okay, there we go. And like I said, I'm probably going to be giving this one to my daughter. Some Easter extravagant money. And there you go. Now, for this one, I did put a little carrot as like a little accessory on her. Couldn't think of the word. Let me do this. So I did have, and you don't have to do this, but these were really cute. They're like these little felt stickies, and it is Crafter Square, which the Crafter Square is at Dollar Tree. Those are all the craft supplies. They're at Dollar Tree. That's what they're all called. So with this one, I will kind of put it on the side. Now, I want to stress, you don't have to take all of this off because we're not going to do this with it. We're just going to kind of put it on there. So maybe like the middle of it. These have a sticky back. The reason why I say that is because you don't want to stick the whole thing on the jar and her, because then the kids won't open the jar. And like I said before, they won't get their sugar rush and they'll tear the carrot and then they'll be upset that it's torn, and you guys know how this goes. I know how this goes, you know how it goes. So like that, we just want to get it a little sticky. You could use a little bit of glue. I'm not doing glue today, but we're just going to put it on the actual head bunny part. So you have that. And there's your little, if you don't have a bow, or you can keep it to the side if you don't want to do the bow tie, or you could put it on the jar. And you could also personalize these just with Sharpies. You can put the child's name on it or your coworker's name on it, whatever. You can make these for your coworkers. You can make these, you know, for your grandchildren. I came on to do this, but then when I was sitting here thinking, I found this idea. I got this idea, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a cool idea, because then you can do something with the teenagers, and it's super fun. So anyway, that's all I have for tonight. I will jump off now because I know it's a little late. I'm sorry, I had to run some errands because I'm going to be out of town for the next 2 days. I'll be sort of in town. But I will see you guys. I will be at the art show in downtown St. Pete at the Art Gallery for the All That Glitters glitter show. I will also be on Sunday at Dwellings on the Boulevard in Seminole. Make sure you come out to see us there. It's our last one till the fall. They have live music, snacks, there's a diner there, they have ices, and a bunch of vendors, more so than the game show. So if you're looking for some Easter gifts or Mother's Day gifts, me and Sharon got you covered. there's going to be lots of good stuff out there. A lot of beach themed stuff. So all my beach lovers, you want to make it out to Dwellings. Don't forget, it's going to be from 10 to 3 on Sunday, April 2nd. And then if you guys don't make that one, we will be at Art in the Park in Seminole on April 22nd. So those are my next 3 things coming up. I will, of course, let you know when the Unlimited Games is going to do that again, because that one was really cool for all my younger generations that like the old school video games and cosplay and all kinds of things. They're not doing it for April because they're going to be at PlayCon in Largo. That you can also Google. That's a very cool event. I'm not part of that this year, but I may go. And then they will be doing one in May. So in May, I know at least I'll have one thing I'll be going to. I am restocking my Etsy shop at the moment. I am sold out of my terrariums. So if you're following me and seeing them there, if you haven't, check it out. I'm just waiting for some supplies to come in, and I'll be replenishing the shop again with that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the night, guys. I hope you really enjoyed our cute little crafts. They're super fun for any age, and that's what I wanted to go for tonight. So hopefully you like them. I will see you guys possibly Thursday or Friday, and maybe a little live tomorrow at Disney. Okay, bye guys.